my wildest fantasies, Crystal is actually added to the cast of Real Housewives of New York, the new RHONY cast.
Oh. Why? Just because she comes to New York and
No, just because she's so smart. And those ladies are so smart. I want to see Crystal and Brynn beefing so bad. Those are two tall, pretty smart ladies. I want to see it.
I mean, I've always I think Crystal's a good housewife. I really do.
Yeah.
I've never, Anne Marie bothers you. You're not feeling it.
She's just she came on with this agenda and she went after Sutton and she went after Sutton for a disease. There's so many things to go after Sutton for. She literally said she didn't know she owned a minor league baseball team. And she went after Sutton because of her esophagus. That's not fair.
Are you feeling Kyle this season? And I don't mean to say that. I don't want to lead you. Look, Kyle is Kyle. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Are we feeling Kyle this season?
Yeah. I just only feel sad for Kyle. And I really wish that, like, the previews for next week, she's showing her telling her children that her and her husband are separating. And I really, really wish I didn't see that.
Oh,
I'm good.
Yeah. They filmed that? Oh, that's so sad.
And
her and Mauricio sitting there with the kids?
Yep, with all four of them daughters.
All four. Oh, God.
Crying and everything.
God. No.
To think that they all hooked up mic packs and there's like at least 6 other people in that room. It's so gross. It's gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, and this was definitely filmed after the fact. You know what I mean? This was definitely like, let's add it.
A redo.
This is like when Erica and everyone's like, look at, they show them seeing the headlines, that People article, of like separating, all the phones are going off. So this was definitely filmed after the season. Right. And like, I mean, what is it like? I know you're under contract, but people say no all the time, right? Like
all the time.
Think of all these other people in the room, and now to tell your daughters we have to do this for the show. It's a little weird. It's a cringe.
Oh God! Wait, so you're saying the daughters knew already, and they filmed before they filmed the scene?
I don't know that. Okay. I don't know. You don't. I mean,
yeah, I don't know, but I can't imagine that they didn't know. Like, they're not going to tell them, and they're going to be like, we have to go film this scene. Go hook up your microphone. And they tell them
family discussion.
Yeah. I don't
like, it's almost like more cringy if they did know, which I just assumed they did, of like, now we have to film this scene for Beverly Hills. And what does Mauricio say? Like, oh, great. This sounds like a fun day at the office.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody wear an agency hat. We got to go film this scene. Like, ew.
Oh God, that's so sad.
I think it'll be interesting to see Kyle, like, it'll be like after Erica, like, we're still getting the remnants of it, but I think it'll be interesting to see like what now. Like, Kyle just did an interview where she said, Mauricio and I are free to date other people, which everyone's acting like that's some big revelation. I'm like, that's some big revelation.
Been like, watching this for months.
Like, didn't we know this?
Yeah.
But I think next season, maybe, I mean, I doubt we're going to see her dating, but I think that we'll see something. So like the aftermath, I think, could be interesting.
Yeah, I think Kyle's one of those women who, you know how they say men get remarried after like 6 months of getting divorced because they can't survive? Kyle's going to be one of those women who's never going to get married again because she just doesn't feel like it. She raised 4 kids.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame her.
All over the world. Probably suspect, just sus all over the world for years. And her sisters are crazy. I think she's going to mend her relationship with her sisters. I think that'll be interesting to see that woman who's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to choose to never do this again.
Yeah. And because she had her first daughter super young, right? She's like been
like at 19.
19. She's been mothering and pouring into everybody else for most of her life, I would think. So if there's any time now to like date a woman and run around Hollywood and have fun and like literally do it's now. So I definitely don't blame her if she like I can kind of see both, honestly. I could see her never getting married again and just like living her best life, and that I want for her so badly. But I also wonder, somebody who's like been in a relationship for so long and only knows being with somebody, like I could also see her finding someone and like getting remarried really quickly too. I really hope that's not the case. I hope it seems like she's in her like Renaissance era. So I hope she just leans into that.
Yeah, I could see more of that. Like, I could see Mauricio with someone younger and like seriously like dating right away. I don't know why I could see that. And I could see Kyle just like, I close my eyes and I picture any man. I just can't picture, like, I think Kyle is just going to run around with Morgan and just be like, life is great. I'm good.
We're friends. We're good friends. Like,
we're good
forever.
friends. You might be good
great.
friends, girl, but you have some feelings that you need to work out, because that camera does not lie when she's up there singing. And you guys love the new New York. You really like the reboot.
I came around to it by the end.
Yeah, by the end.
I came around. It was a slow burn. It was kind of a trying season. But by the end I came around. I think my biggest gripe was it was very obvious these women aren't friends. That's obvious to everyone, and that's kind of annoying to watch, because as an audience we are smarter than this, you know. But I find everybody really interesting. I just want to see a little more. I want to see a little bit more out of Brynn. Brynn in particular, she's very interesting to me, and I don't feel like she gave us enough. I can definitely use another season, and I want to see her dating. Uba, would love to see who she's dating. Like, I want to see their relationships. They haven't showed too much of that side, particularly the single women in the cast. But yeah, I was definitely here for the reboot. By the end, I was like, okay, we can. I'm ready for season 2. It was like a trying season 1, but season 2, I think it can deliver.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was really trying because it was so obvious they weren't friends, because of the issues they were dealing with were very serious. We said on our podcast, however many months ago, that the theme of the RHONY season was grief. There was a lot of grieving, and it was so obvious that these women were so detached from each other's feelings because they were all grieving someone very serious. Or relationship or whatever, and they were all like re-explaining it to them, and it was just so obvious that they were not friends, and these women needed support during this time that they were not getting on camera. But by the end, by that, where were they? Bahamas, Barbados, where were they? Some island.
Aruba, one of those. Not Aruba, but something similar, something
beautiful
with an
island.
A.
Beautiful villa, Antigua, maybe, who knows? But
I think that's where it was.
They
or
were
Anguilla,
by then,
maybe.
They were doing great by then.
I agree. It was like a mixed bag for me. Like they're all coming back. I mean, that's really what's going to happen. They're all coming back. Maybe they'll add someone. I think like we need to see season 2 and the chemistry, and like hopefully we know these people more. And now, but that was my biggest problem too, that it was so disjointed. You obviously do not travel in like they really looked for a group of racially diverse friends in New York City, and sadly they just couldn't find it, a real true group, which I don't even know what that says. Let's not even get into that. But they couldn't find it. They really tried for like the two, because that's why Salt Lake works, because like these people really know each other. Now it's a smaller city, and it's like, but they just couldn't find it in New York. And so this, it was cast, and it was like so obvious that these people, like you said, Jessel is moving to New York, even though she says she didn't. And these people didn't know. You might have known of each other.
Okay, I love Jessel. I'm a tech top. I love Jessel. She moved for this job. That's okay.
Yeah. You know what? If someone would like to put me on a housewife show, I will move. I'm available for any city that you would